All right, so there's a question for paper 1. Can you elaborate a little bit on what teachers and their institutions can do to improve the weaknesses as shown in the analysis? So while we're waiting for question number 1, let me also read question number 2. Oh, this is my question for paper number 2. Measuring the innovation self-efficacy of selected business management students. From your data results, under the questioning construct, there is a gap between what the students are experiencing and what they want to achieve. Between the two statements, which skill do you think is a more appropriate skill for an aspiring entrepreneur? So those are the two questions posted. So may I ask a presenter from paper number 1, Embracing Digitalization, Exploring the Relationship Between Digital Competence and Self-Efficacy of School Teachers, to open your mic or to type. And also for paper number 2, on measuring the innovation self-efficacy of select business management students.
Can I go first? Like, yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah, this is
Doctor.
for paper number 2. Like the response. Yeah, the response for paper number 2. Yeah.
Doctor.
Okay. So between the two statements in the questioning construct, we believe that it's the asking the kind of question like the one that as stated in the factor analysis results would be more important because uh, especially now you don't want to waste people's times in asking like, not relevant questions, and having that ability to ask the kind of question, the right kind of questions would also indicate how focused you are already in terms of your your ability towards developing that innovative self-efficacy. So that's what that we believe that would be the more important one between the two.
Thank you very much, Doctor, for giving us a tip on what would be more appropriate and relevant in terms of your. Thank you very much for that.
Yeah. Okay.
So there's.
Thank you for the question.
Doctor. So there's also another question for paper number 4. Cryptocurrency is a transformation catalyst for Philippine digital economy and analysis. How can the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas regulate cryptocurrencies given that they are inherently a decentralized system?
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mark.
To address that question, the BSP is focusing on the platforms used by the cryptocurrency users or traders. So their guidelines were directly implemented for specifically for the reporting and monitoring of the platforms. Because without the platforms, change is not possible within the country. So we have to transact using the registered platform. So with that, we can monitor any inflows, outflows, or volumes that passes through any platform that is registered with them.
Thank you very much, Mark, for your response in line with how can the BSP regulate the cryptocurrencies despite their current decentralized system. Thank you for that. So if there are questions, clarifications, feel free to type it in the chat box.
Shall I answer the question which is being asked for paper number 1?
Yes, Doctora.
Yeah. Good morning. The question was regarding what institutions can do to improve their weakness as shown in the analysis. EC is showing weak influence towards self-efficacy. That is a question being asked. EC is evaluative competence. See, in online teaching, one of the challenges faced by the teachers is that they are not able to come out of the traditional evaluative mechanisms which can be used in normal classrooms, physical classrooms, in online evaluative platforms. Institutions will have to train the teachers so that teachers will be able to apply models and techniques which will be able to assess the student performance in an objective manner. Second, teachers should also be provided the freedom to design evaluative measures which will be suitable for their papers. So curriculum design can be improved by the institutions, which will give flexibility to the teachers to incorporate such innovative into the teaching learning process. I hope I've answered the question.
Thank you very much, Paul, for your response in line with the inquiry regarding your research paper. There's another question for paper number 5. What are the automation technologies that are being pushed to be adopted in the Philippines? This is in line with the results with the breakdown by region.
Hi, good afternoon. Thank you so much for your question. So in terms of the technologies that are currently, developing in our country, some notable ones are things like cloud computing, and our data science sector is also growing. However, in line with the results that were presented in the paper, the one with the breakdown by region, the heat map that was shown, that actually doesn't refer to the level of technology that's present in the region, but rather how susceptible the individuals who live in that region are to automation. So in effect, it's just saying how skilled these individuals are in terms of the dimensions that will allow them to be resilient against automation. So that's measured based on the task or the job description that was given for their specific occupation. So yeah, the heat map actually just measures the individuals themselves rather than the level of technology in the region. The level of technology is measured by another variable. I wasn't able to show the heat map there for the sake of time. But yeah, the results are kind of the same also for technological scale. NCR was also the highest as well, the most technologically advanced. So yeah, thank you very much for that question.
Dr. Lim, can I clarify that question? As I was the one who asked that
Yes,
one.
Doctor. Opo,
Yeah.
Doctor.
Because I was just trying to visualize, like, if this region is predominantly urban or agricultural, then what kind of automation, trying to match I'm just trying to visualize, like, trying to match what kind of automation would be most appropriate to the kind of economic activity that's happening within that region. Because I find your paper very interesting. If we want to move from that factor-based economy to a more knowledge-based economy, and then technology will help, what would be the most appropriate pieces of automation technologies we can push towards this? So I'm really interested with the progress that you will do with your paper.
Oh, thank you. That's actually a really interesting direction that future research should go for. And thank you very much for your kind words.
Yeah.
So thank you for that. Any other questions?
Can I just verbalize my next question, Dr. Lim?
Yes, Doctor.
Yeah, well, this is for your paper.
Opo, Doctor. Opo, opo. Yes po, Doctor.
Yeah, okay. Yes. Now, probably, like, which I was curious, so from a practical perspective, like, which government agency or government organization, and maybe an association or two in the private sector, would help take the lead towards improving the overall innovation environment in the Philippines.
Uh, there's a lot of government institutions, but the
Yeah.
Department of Trade would be part and parcel of how they could help the small medium enterprises, and probably from a low structure itself, working from within the local government unit where the businesses is infused in, so that from that particular premise they could already work hand in hand with this micro, small, medium enterprises. It's quite broad and huge and
Thank you.
difficult at this time, but it's a window of opportunity for us to some way somehow work within our local government unit and to the different government institutions as well, to come up with ways and means on how we can support, especially in this COVID-19 pandemic, which have affected all businesses worldwide. So that's, thank you for that, because I think that's the best way for me to improve the paper with that particular specific premise, looking into all possible avenues on how this particular policy can be drafted, and working with the capability of the government itself.
All right, thank you po.
Thank you very much,
No
Doctor,
problem.
for giving me a more in-depth manner on how I can further improve my paper. Thank you so much. So is there any other questions, clarifications that you would like to ask? So while we're still waiting for some, let me take this opportunity to extend my sincere appreciation to all those who have shared their research works. And we all know that businesses recognize the need to transform, innovate, and adapt to new technologies in order to stay competitive and at the same time cope to the current COVID-19 pandemic effect, which has affected all businesses worldwide. And we know that innovation and digitalization goes hand in hand in providing an improved process in the way how our business products and services can be marketed through the introduction of these new technologies. So our breakout room is quite on time, timely in terms of digitalization and innovation in this situation where we are into affected by this COVID-19 pandemic. So any other questions, clarifications before I award the certificates to the presenters? Questions, clarifications, but thank you very much for your insightful recommendations, suggestions on how we could further improve and work towards our research work. So if there's no other questions, let me just award the e-certificates to the respective presenters. So I'll start with Dr. Danya Alex. So let me just read what's written in here. Certificate of Presentation. This certificate is awarded to Dr. Danya Alex for presenting a research paper at the first AUN-BE conference today, April 16, 2021, signed by Dr. Eko Suwardi, Chairperson of the ASEAN University Network for Business and Economics, Dean, Faculty of Economics and Business, Universitas Gada Mada, and signed by Dr. Emilina Sarial, Co-Chair 2021 AUN-BE Conference, Dean Ramon V. Del Rosario, College of Business, De La Salle University, and by Dr. Marites Tionco, Co-Chair 2021 AUN-BE Conference, Dean School of Economics, De La Salle University. So congratulations, Dr. Alex. So now we go to the next e-certificate. This certificate is awarded to Dr. Varghese for presenting a research paper at the first AUN-BE conference today, April 16, 2021, signed by Dr. Eko Suwardi, Chairperson of the ASEAN University Network for Business and Economics, Faculty of Economics and Business, Universitas Gada Mada, signed by Dr. Emilina Sarial, Co-Chair of 2021 AUN-BE Conference, Dean of Ramon V. Del Rosario College of Business, De La Salle University, and Dr. Marites Tionco, Co-Chair 2021 AUN-BE Conference, Dean School of Economics, De La Salle University. So thank you, Dr. Verghese. Next, This certificate is awarded to Assistant Professor Marin Thomas for presenting a research paper at the first AUN-BE conference today, April 16, signed by Dr. Echo Suwardi, Chairperson, ASEAN University Network for Business and Economics, signed by Dr. Emilina Sarial, Co-Chair 2021 AUN-BE Conference, Dean Ramon V. Del Rosario, College of Business, De La Salle University, and signed by Dr. Marites Tionco, Co-Chair 2021 AUN-BE Conference, Dean, School of Economics, De La Salle University. So next is this certificate is awarded to Professor Andre Raymond Relente for presenting a research paper at the first AUN-BE conference today, April 16, signed by Dr. Echo Suwardi, Chairperson, ASEAN University Network for Business and Economics, Dr. Emilina Sarial, Co-Chair 2021 AUN-BE Conference, Dean Ramon V. Del Rosario, College of Business, De La Salle University, and Dr. Marites Tionco, Co-Chair 2021 AUN-BE Conference, Dean, School of Economics, De La Salle University. Next, the certificate is awarded to Dr. Eric Paulo Capistrano for presenting a research paper at the first AUN-BE conference today, April 16, 2021, signed by Dr. Echo Suwardi, Chairperson, ASEAN University Network for Business and Economics, Dean, Faculty of Economics and Business, Universitas Gada Mada, signed by Dr. Emilina Sarial, Co-Chair 2021 AUN-BE Conference, Dean Ramon V. Del Rosario, College of Business, De La Salle University, and signed by Dr. Marites Tionco, Co-Chair 2021 AUN-BE Conference, Dean, School of Economics, De La Salle University. Next would be certificate awarded to Christina Teresa Lim for presenting research paper AUN-BE conference on April 16, signed by Dr. Echo Suwardi, Chairperson, ASEAN University Network for Business and Economics, signed by Dr. Emilina Sarial, Co-Chair 2021 AUN-BE Conference, signed by Dr. Marites Tionco, Co-Chair 2021 AUN-BE Conference. And then next, this certificate is awarded to Mr. Mark Francis Perez for presenting a research paper at the first AUN-BE conference on April 16, 2021, signed by Dr. Echo Suwardi, Chairperson, ASEAN University Network for Business and Economics, Dean, Faculty of Economics and Business, Universitas Gada Mada, signed by Dr. Emilina Sarial, Co-Chair 2021 AUN-BE Conference, Dean Ramon V. Del Rosario, College of Business, De La Salle University, and signed by Dr. Marites Tionco, Co-Chair 2021 AUN-BE Conference, Dean, School of Economics, De La Salle University. And next, this certificate is awarded to Dr. Ahmed Mendahawi for presenting a research paper at the first AUN-BE conference today, April 16, 2021, signed by Dr. Echo Suwardi, Chairperson, ASEAN University Network for Business and Economics, Dean, Faculty of Economics and Business, Universitas Gada Mada, signed by Dr. Emilina Sarial, Co-Chair 2021 AUN-BE Conference, Dean Ramon V. Del Rosario, College of Business, De La Salle University, and signed by Dr. Marites Tionco, Co-Chair 2021 AUN-BE Conference, Dean, School of Economics, De La Salle University. Now we go to the certificate is awarded to Ms. Dominic C. for presenting a research paper at the first AUN-BE conference today, April 16, 2021, signed by Dr. Echo Suwardi, Chairperson, ASEAN University Network for Business and Economics, Dean, Faculty of Economics and Business, Universitas Gada Mada, signed by Dr. Emilina Sarial, Co-Chair 2021 AUN-BE Conference, Dean Ramon V. Del Rosario, College of Business, De La Salle University, and signed by Dr. Marites Tionco, Co-Chair 2021 AUN-BE Conference, Dean, School of Economics, De La Salle University. So I think all the presenters already have their e-certificate. Your e-certificates will be emailed to your respective email addresses. So thank you very much for sharing your research works, and we'll be back by 3:30. Please stay logged into Zoom. But if you want to take a break or you want to visit the other breakout session, please feel free to do so. Thank you and have a great day ahead.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. And
Thank-
congratulations to all the presenters.
Congratulations to
Thank you
all
and
of us.
congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And thank you for the support staff. Good job.
Thank you, Sheila. See you back by 3:30. We will be redirected back to the main conference hall.